Samantha Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be exploring again using one sheet of paper to do a split card design and make 4 cards out of it. But this time I'm doing stamping. Last time I did die cutting for this little project, and this is the 4th episode I've done this. I did this originally with just a half a sheet of paper, and I kept thinking about it going, well, if you can do it half a sheet of paper, you can do it for a full size. So this is 8.5 by 11, and I am going to use my pencil to find the center from each direction and put this into quadrants, because eventually that's what I'm going to cut down, and that is what's going to be the 4 panels of the card. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you will stick around. Smash that subscribe button, give me a like, leave me some comments. This is from the July Spellbinders kit. I used the images and also the sentiment from some of the sentiment and from I can't talk again today. Sentiments from the collection. So these have little beautiful roses. These are the kind that you definitely could Copic color in and make really, really beautiful. They're decently large, and then there's some smaller images along with it. So I'm just kind of planning out what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use Fossilized Amber Distress Ink. Now usually you don't use Distress Ink to stamp because it doesn't give the best impression, but I thought this did fine. I hear stampers say they don't use that for stamping the distress oxides, but I think this did fine. And again, you can always double stamp, which I'm going to do, so you can make sure you get a really good impression. But I was pretty pleased with it. I didn't think it was, I thought it did fine. I didn't have a problem with that. So I did the first half of the page with those 3 largest images from the set, and now I'm going to move my paper up in my little platform here. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm just going to let it hang out from the top. Doesn't hurt anything, doesn't bother anything, and it works really, really well. So I think this is perfectly okay to do. Like I said, this is the 4th installment, I would guess, of the split card design. I am totally in love with this. When I can sit down and stamp or die cut and end up with 4 cards at the end of my playtime that's really not all that long, yeah, I'm all for that. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm liking how this is. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I did. I was going to say, did I try again to do something at the bottom? Now I'm going to come in and fill in with just using my stamp blocks. So see, I did the bottom there, and then I'm going to use some of the smaller images and fill in on the sides, because basically when you cut down the middle of this, you're going to have kind of, I guess you would call it a border on each side, and then I'm going to add the sentiment to the right or left of that border of stamps. Just kind of depends on what I'm feeling here. But yeah, I used a lot of the little smaller images, and that worked out really, really well. The smaller images are like a little rosebud, and then there's some leaves as well. Now I decided to do this all in one color. You could definitely stamp this out and color to your heart's content if that's what you want to do. And I love to color at times, but I don't know that I would have sat down and colored all of these images. So I decided just to make this monochromatic, all one color. I think it turned out pretty. You could do this in pinks. You could do this in black and white, and then have your sentiment or something, other element on your card be a little bit of pop of color. That would be really, really cute. And I may do that. Yeah, I may do that. So once you're all done with your stamping, you're going to take your eraser. I'm using a little electric eraser here, and I'm just going to erase all those marks that I made where the quadrants are. And I'm not sure why I did that, because typically I would cut this before I would do that. So I'm not sure why I decided to do that first. But anyway, that's okay. I did. So I'm going to cut right down the middle, and that's going to give me the start of my 4 little quadrants. And then I'm going to measure, and I'm going to cut each one of these And then you have 4 card bases. Now, I will tell you, when I was making these card bases, I think I should have filled in a little bit more with the images, because some of the panels I like just like the word. Some I was like, oh, it needs a little bit more. So I did go back and stamp a few more images on some of these. I don't think I did every one of them. I think I did like maybe 2 out of the 4. I can't remember for sure because I did this a while ago and I'm just now doing the voiceover for this. But again, I'm just going to take a few of the images and I'm going to add because it just felt like it needed just a little, something more to be filled in the way I wanted it to be. So I'm using one of the larger, just the top of that rose stamp. I love that stamp. It is so pretty. See, this one had, decent amount, but I added a little bit more. I don't know why I added to that one. Oh, I did all of them. See, I've done this. This has been so long ago, I can't remember. But that's okay. I mean, I was like, yeah, I like this, but it needs just a little bit more. So I'm glad I did that. And now we're going to just move to adding our sentiments. And I'm sure I also, yes, I did. I know I did. I cut these down, so there's going to be a little bit of border along the edge of the cards, because that's just pretty. And I found a beautiful kind of goldenish yellow that kind of reminds me of the ambulized fossil color there. Yeah, I added that as well. I added more stamping than I remembered. Never do your voiceovers so late after the fact. Okay, this is Memento Tuxedo Black. I am going to be using Just Saying. No, that can't be right. I'm using the Beautiful. I know that. On a couple of them. Oh, Beautiful, Just Saying. That's the sentiment that I picked to go together. I was like, Just Saying Beautiful. Why would I say that? No, I did the other way. Beautiful, Just Saying. Because people need to hear that about themselves, because they are beautiful. So yeah, I did a couple of these. I love my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I think it stamps really well. And at this point, I really do want to use a stamping platform, because I'm scared I'm going to mess this up if I don't. And I can double stamp if it's not black enough for me, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Now for these two, got to kind of switch up where my stamps are, because these are the other side of that paper. So I'm going to have to clean off my stamps and get them kind of replaced of where I want them to be. And this time, yeah, I did. I switched. I decided to change up the sentiment for the other two, and I'm going to use that big hello. Well, it's not very large, but it's a hello. And I'm going to get those all kind of put where I need for them to be. And it's this one I did pick the O as well. I put Oh Hello Friend were the 3 little pieces that I picked. Like, oh, hello friend. Yeah, because that's gonna be so cute. I'm so excited. I've had these cards made forever, and I still am excited. I love this technique. I cannot. Thank you, Jennifer McGuire, for showing us how to make cards out of 2 cards at once. And then thank you for me for saying, if you can do 2, you can do 4. There's no reason you couldn't. Okay, here's that beautiful cardstock I had. I can't remember. I think this was a color block paper pad I had that had this lovely, it's kind of a goldenrod color. I just really, really like it, and it goes so well. So, don't forget, again, monochromatic cards are beautiful. They really, really are. I'm so glad, and on all of these, I just kind of looked to see where's the best place I wanted to take off that little bit of a 1/4 of an inch because I did want to leave a little bit of a border because I think it helps the whole card kind of pop a little bit more having that that frame around it. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to use my little tape trick that I got from Natasha here on Facebook. I love Natasha. She does such a great job with cards too. So you put some tape. You put some double-sided tape all the way around, one in the middle, just like that. And you're going to fold up the corners. This helps you kind of line it up, get it in place where you want it, and then you hold it down and you can release the paper. It's perfect. Well, guys, I'm going to here at the end, it's going to show you some of the cards so you can get a little bit closer look at them. Hope you enjoyed this. Please think about subscribing, smashing the like button, give me a comment. I would really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time.